Hello and welcome to the news at 2 on Ogun State Television. I am Simiata Baru. Don't forget you can watch us live on our website www.ogtv.com.ng/live. For latest news and reports, check us on these platforms: X at Ogun TV, Facebook Ogun State Television, YouTube at OGTV Abeokuta, and on TikTok at Ogun State Television. The Association of Local Government of Nigeria and the National Union of Local Government Employees have thrown their weight behind President Bola Tinubu's plan to enforce direct deductions of council funds from the Federation Account Allocation Committee, even as state government continue to retain control over allocations of local government. During the 15th National Executive Committee meeting of the All Progressives Congress at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, Tinubu urged state governors to comply with the Supreme Court ruling granting financial autonomy to local government. The president wants that failure by governors to honor the verdict may compel him to issue an executive order to ensure direct allocations from the Federation account to local councils. Tinubu's remarks followed the July 11, 2024 judgment by the Supreme Court, which upheld the federal government suit seeking to enforce financial independence for local government. In another development, the federal government has reaffirmed its resolve to commence the implementation of the newly enacted tax laws from January 1, insisting that there has been no change to the version signed into law. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made the clarification in Abuja amid public controversy over a report that the gazetted copy of the Tax Administration Act had been altered. Idris said the laws follow the proper legislative route, including consultations, debates at the National Assembly, and eventual assent by the President, stressing that the administration recognizes only one authentic version. He explained that concerns about possible discrepancies in the Gazette were raised at the National Assembly and that the executive would rely on the outcome of the legislature's probe. His stance was supported by the chairman of the Presidential Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms Committee, Taiwo Idiri, and the immediate past executive chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, Mohammed Nami, who both urged Nigerians to ignore an official document in circulation. 200 elderly residents in Ogun State have received the 200,000 naira each as part of Renewed Hope Initiative social investment program. Elderly Support and Scheme, an initiative of the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Tinubu. At the disbursement, Senator Tinubu described the scheme as a demonstration of the administration's commitment to ensuring that elderly citizens have fulfilled lives marked by care, dignity, and joy. Our reporter, Margaret Kunola, has the details.
Since its inception in 2023, the Renewed Hope Initiative has become a tradition, with the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Tinubu, celebrating senior citizens every December in recognition of their invaluable contributions to nation building. The 2025 edition of the program, through the Social Investment Program, Elderly Support Scheme, targets 9,500 vulnerable elderly citizens aged 65 and above across the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, as well as beneficiaries from the Defense and Police Officers' Wives Association. The disbursement in Ogun State was coordinated by the State Coordinator of the initiative, Mrs. Bamidele Abiodun, wife of the Ogun State Governor, who represented Senator Tinubu at the ceremony.
Our job, so that they make a twilight here in
The occasion brought together elderly beneficiaries, government officials, development partners, and other dignitaries from across the state. Of the 250 senior citizens in Ogun State received 200,000 naira.
Thank her that she remembers us. She shows us that she is a woman, she is a mother, and she knows that she will grow old.
Because she has a surprise. They have been saying it. I don't believe till now. And it's true, and I'm involved. I thank God.
The event also featured a health talk on the theme, Finding Joy in Old Age, highlighting that aging gracefully is not only about longevity, but also about purpose, love, community, and service to others. Speaking on behalf of the First Lady, Mrs. Bamduli Abiodun reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to the welfare and dignity of senior citizens, while encouraging them to remain active, healthy, and engaged. Margaret Otunlola, OGTV News.
With 6 motions, over 30 employment generated, facilitation of over 5,000 empowerment for his constituents, the people of Yewa North in Ekwasa Federal Constituency have been assured of more quality representation in this House of Representatives. A member representing the constituency, Prince Buiga Nasir Isiaka, who used the occasion to appeal for the collaboration of stakeholders in achieving the expression of the potentials in the constituency, made the promise during his midterm constituency engagement, where he gave an account of his stewardship. Details of the report are in this package.
The midterm constituency engagement of the Chairman, House Committee on National Planning and Economic Development and member representing Yewa North in Ekwasa Federal Constituency, Honorable Buiga Isiaka, entered another active phase with a fresh round of project commissioning and foundation laying across several communities. A delegation led by senior legislative aide Honorable Zach Atoda Oduto moved through multiple towns in Yewa North, delivering a series of developmental interventions spanning healthcare, education, and water supply. It all began in Agbo-Dudu, where the newly renovated Primary Health Center was formally commissioned. This drew commendation for the lawmaker for prioritizing public health infrastructure. Also, at Ibeku, a borehole was unveiled to the delight of residents who had long awaited improved access to potable water. In Owode-Ketu, the team performed the foundation laying for a block of 3 classrooms. A similar impact followed in Ijale-Ketu, in Ishoko-Axis, covering Iboro, Imashayi, Ibeshi, Ijakauke, and Ijakai-Sale, and in Iboro-Joga ward, the team commissioned a new borehole, while foundations were also laid for new classroom blocks in Imashayi and Abuleoki, marking continued investments in Ijakauke. The delegation commissioned another set of renovated classrooms, further strengthening learning conditions for pupils. On day 2 of the commissioning, a borehole was commissioned in Iboro, while there was foundation laying of a 3-block of classrooms at Oluasho Secondary School in Imashayi.
That we should support our amiable rep member, Buiga Nasir to the greater level.
Within the last 2.5 years, he has done so many of them, even beyond, and they will continue to support him.
There was also laying of classroom block foundation in Abuleoki, Ijakai-Sale, and Ijakauke.
I beat my chest today that not every of the wards has one project or the other. And he has just spent 2 years in office.
So I'm happy. The ceremonies drew community leaders, traditional rulers, and other stakeholders who joined the delegation as the developmental drive progressed steadily across the constituency.
In a bid to enhance development and growth within the community and society at large, Iwekoro Peace Setters Lion Club organized a fundraising occasion as well as celebrating and installing the newly elected president. The gathering, which brought together members and well-wishers for the installation of its 9th President Lion Olade Kende. Details are presented in this package.
A new chapter of leadership and service was formally unveiled as members of Iwekoro Peace Setters Lions Club and well-wishers converged for a fundraising and public presentation ceremony marking the emergence of Lion Olade Kende as the 9th president. The guest speaker of the occasion, Engineer Olutosin Ogunmola, represented by Engineer Olumayo Waidowu, urged the club to embrace partnership in their operations for more progress.
I urge them to embrace partnership. We have so many challenges in the world that just only one person, one group cannot solve. But by partnering with others, partnering with government, partnering with NGOs, the effect of their impact can be multiplied. So I also urge them to partner with others so that we can have ripple effect of their service.
Speaking at the occasion, the outgoing president, Lion Ogunaike Abiodun, advises his successor to carry on the good work.
Yes, I think my advice to the new president of Iwekoro Peace Setters Lions Club is basically on goal set. Because if you are taking the power or the leadership role in Lions Club International, the first thing you need to do is to ensure that you set your goals. Prioritize your goals. Make your goals known to your member and to the leaders of the club.
The district governor, Lion Adilaja Adeleye, congratulates the newly elected president and encourages members to support him to achieve success.
So the incoming president, Lion Kende Olade, I want him to follow the footsteps of the past president and the president of Lion Ogunaike to ensure that they do service in this community to make Lion more relevant. So everybody in the community should know that there's a Lions Club that is willing to show compassion, to meet them at their point of need, and make sure that what government cannot do, the government can't do everything alone. So we should support government to make sure we make life better for our people in terms of awareness, provision of training materials for the schools, supporting our children, engaging the community.
The newly elected president, Lion Olade Kende, also expresses gratitude and pledged to continue the good works of his predecessor.
As a service organization, we have to keep serving. Our impact in the community has been felt, but we can still do more. We want to reach out to the underprivileged, we want to feed the needy, and want to do a signatory project in the community.
Rounding off the occasion was the induction of new members into the club. Olado Davis, OGTV News.
Residents of Aripo have launched a community-wide sensitization campaign to promote environmental cleanliness and foster a positive image for the town. The event brought together police officers, counseling teams, guests and community members. Organizers stress that staying clean extends beyond tidy environment to addressing illicit activities and social vices within the community. Our reporter Adedamola Dinichi was at the event. His report was presented in this package.
Clean Campaign is a community-driven initiative focused on promoting responsible living, discouraging drug abuse, and encouraging values that build a safe and healthy society. The conference opened with an address by the chairman of the Aripo community, who described the initiative as a collective responsibility to protect the youth and ensure a healthy environment for families and future generations.
We organized this program for the whole community as in Aripo residents, not because of anything, because of drug abuse. We have seen a lot of people around selling drugs, smoking, which is not too good for our children. We see people putting samples, selling drugs here and there, samples here and there. We need them to come to our aid to to kind of flush these people out of this community. So
the chairman of the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, emphasizes the need for strong collaboration between residents and security agencies. He notes that community vigilance is key to sustaining the campaign's goal.
We advise the youth to stay away from drugs so that they can better their lives, because drugs actually lead to death. And when we are talking about death, it's not just physical death, it has to be everything emotional.
Guest speakers share insight on purposeful parenting, urging parents to be intentional in guiding children away from negative influences. Another session focused on the danger of drug abuse, highlighting its long-term effect on individuals and society.
To ensure that our environment is in good condition, is in good shape, then we can raise even much more well-developed children, because families are the building block of the society.
The major issue here is to enlighten the residents and the parents on evidence-based drug abuse prevention practices to make sure that this community is free of drugs as much as possible.
The Divisional Police Officer of Arepo addresses residents directly, calling on them to promptly report cases of drug abuse and related crimes. He assures the community of the police readiness to respond and ensure protection. As the Stay Clean campaign gains momentum, stakeholders believe that frequent engagement, good parenting, and a strong community police partnership are essential for building a safer and healthier Arepo.
It is a cultural spectacle in Lagos as Nigeria officially welcomes Santa Claus from Finland to usher in the spirit of Christmas. The royal reception, led by Uluri Aminat Matembola, took place at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos State, drawing cheers and excitement from onlookers. Tony Ogundupe's report is presented in this package.
The much-anticipated arrival of Santa Claus sparks excitement as it touches down at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, marking the commencement of the 2025 Christmas celebrations in Nigeria. Leading the reception is Olori Aminat Matemilola, who warmly welcomes Santa Claus on behalf of Nigerian families, children, and well-wishers across the nation. The event attracted traditional rulers, government officials, media practitioners, and other stakeholders, all gathered to give Santa Claus a befitting welcome. In her address, Olori Aminat Matemilola described Santa's visit as a symbol of hope, joy, and renewed cheer for Nigerian children, especially during the festive season.
We've also been celebrating Christmas. We've been celebrating using the Father Christmas figure here. So it's really a big thing for them to come and share this joy with us, share their culture with us, because it is their culture that we have actually been imbibing.
Other stakeholders at the airport also expressed excitement, noting that Santa Claus' arrival adds color and renewed joy to Christmas celebrations across the nation.
Everybody has always had bad doubts for Nigeria, but today, as we speak, we are very, very, very happy that he has made history for us and has seen that Nigeria is not a bad place. If the white man could come all the way from Finland as a finish, from Lapland, and we don't have issues. Nigeria is secure.
As part of his visit, Santa Claus made a tour of residents of notable Nigerians, including the former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Olori of Owu, Obasaka Matemilola.
Present of Father Christmas all the way from where it originated to Nigeria for the first time. I believe this season will be a unique season. I want to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, so that our actions, our words, and our deeds will engender peace and unity amongst us. When that happens, then the world will be better to us.
Santa Claus is expected to take part in a series of Christmas activities in Abeokuta, Ogun State, spreading goodwill and putting smiles on the faces of children throughout the festive period.
While some monarchs mark their anniversaries quietly, the Alaye Aba of Aba Kingdom, Ayetejebu, chooses to turn his first year on the throne into a platform for unity and development. Against the backdrop of cultural splendor and royal pageantry, newly installed chiefs are urged to work hand in hand with the traditional ruler to fast-track progress in the community. Ayodeji Tomorulu reports.
It is an atmosphere of excitement and celebration in Aba Kingdom, Ayetejebu, as Oba Michael Kolawole Adekoya marks the first anniversary of his coronation as the Alaye Aba of Aba Kingdom. The event, held at the Monarch's Palace, also features the installation of new chiefs appointed to serve the kingdom in various capacities. Royal fathers at the ceremony charged the newly installed chiefs to regard the appointment as a call to service, urging them to work closely with the monarch in advancing development across the kingdom.
The most purpose is Alailua. At least that one will make them to become a good chief. We can only advise them to be loyal to the king's chiefs. At this time to look at the progress of the town. And I will advise that to get closer to people. He has started well with the focus and they will continue to follow his mission.
The newly installed chiefs in their separate remarks pledged to justify the confidence reposed in them by working in unity with the Alaye Aba to attract meaningful and people-oriented projects to the community.
This is also a recognition of what we have been doing our little way, and is a kind of catalyst to do more. And by the grace of God, we'll be part of the developmental program. I thank God for all God has done in my life. God will teach me how to do it. I pray that God should teach me how to do it.
Speaking at the event, the Alaye Aba of Ayetejebu, Oba Michael Kolawole Adekoya, says the appointments are based on antecedents, loyalty, and contributions of the chiefs to the growth of the town.
Sincerely, don't to be told, I feel good, and I thank Almighty God for His mercy on our family. My prayer is that the empire to continue to enlarge the coast.
The monarch reiterated his commitment to pursuing initiatives that will bring sustained development and improved welfare to Aba Kingdom. Ayodeji Tomori Onumi, OGTV News.
Christians have been urged to remain steadfast in faith, renew their commitment to God, and uphold service to humanity as core values of Christianity. The charge is given by the preacher, Reverend Oyewale Oyeniyi, at the 40th anniversary celebration of Emmanuel Baptist Church alongside the 15th year pastoral appreciation of Reverend William Sojo. Kim Agros reports.
Emmanuel Baptist Church marks its 40th anniversary with a Thanksgiving service that also celebrates 15 years of pastoral service by its senior pastor, Reverend William Sojo, reflecting on God's faithfulness to the church over the decades. The Thanksgiving service themed celebrating God's continual presence with His people. Due church members, ministers of the gospel, invited guests, and well-wishers from within and outside the country. In his sermon, the officiating minister, Reverend Oyewale Oyeniyi, emphasizes God's sustaining grace, noting that the survival and growth of the church for 4 decades stands as a testament to divine presence, unity, and commitment among members.
Is this church fulfilling the plan of God like before?
A major highlight of the service is the appreciation of the church's senior pastor, Reverend William Sojo, who is celebrated for 15 years of dedicated leadership, spiritual guidance, and impactful ministry. The chairman of the planning committee, Elder Tunji Akoni, appreciates members for their financial and spiritual contributions towards the success of the anniversary.
rewarded and yet begin for individuals whose forgiveness, knowledge, and success from God stood back even in times of trial.
Speaking at the event, Reverend Williams Ojo expressed gratitude to God and the church, thanking members for their unwavering support, prayers, and cooperation throughout the year.
Emmanuel Baptist Church has grown into a vibrant community of worship, serving a Christian witness.
The anniversary celebration features special prayers, choir rendition, drama presentation, award of recognition, the unveiling of the church's history book, and Thanksgiving offering, bringing the program to conclusion.
With that report, we wrap up the news at 200 State Television. Let us remind you that peace on earth would come to stay when we leave Christmas every day. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.